Welcome back to my channel, YouTube. Watch me bust through these onions real quick. Listen, we're gonna make this burger from start to finish today, and I was so excited and literally super happy on how this came out. I wanted to make everything possible within one day, right? So we're starting off with the barbecue sauce. Now, I have the recipe. I will post it down in the description below, but it's basically a sugar-free paleo barbecue sauce that I made in the past. And let me tell you something, I love this sauce. And basically what you do is you replace the sugar for caramelized onions, right? This is where our sweetness is gonna come from. Get those sauteing, and you're gonna add some spices, which we'll get to. In the meantime, while our onions are sauteing, we're gonna make our milk bread. I chose to make a milk bread bun because I love the softness of the actual texture of the crumb. So I thought this would play nice against the really crispy texture that I was going for with the burger. But anyway, let's get into it. So it's active dry yeast, gotta hydrate the yeast. Listen, I made a separate video on that. It'll be in the description, or I'll probably link it in this video. Next, we're gonna finish our barbecue sauce, start to finish. So look, it's really easy to make. It takes about 30 minutes from start to finish. Again, all the ingredients will be down below, but the key to this sauce is developing the most flavor possible, right? So, and also don't let your vinegar be raw. So I'm using apple cider vinegar in this recipe because it gets really sweet when it boils down and reduces. And so you wanna make sure that you reduce it all of the way. And then also I'm using Pomodoro tomatoes, which I'm not using diced. I prefer to get the whole and just, seed them myself, because you just end up with a better quality. Next, we are gonna get right into it. So now, if you wanna keep this sauce silky and glossy like this, then you're just gonna wanna strain it or put it through a food mill. For me, it doesn't really matter, and I actually like the texture of the caramelized onions and the tomatoes whole, so I just blend the whole thing and it comes out really wonderful. Now, if you notice, I haven't put any salt in this, and I'm gonna show you why. Because right towards the end, I like to add liquid aminos. Now, listen, people have their beef with liquid aminos, but I really love how it adds a savory flavor to anything you put it in. But let's be honest, it's like, pretty much savory caramel water, but that's okay. Look at these milk buns. I'm really happy with how these came out. I've made this plenty of times, but I think what's really important is go watch the video and learn how to make these. I do a detailed description on how I like to make these, and it's worth it. Just go check it out. Okay, and we're gonna get these into an oven, and listen, I was really happy how these came out. I really actually like using the milk bun recipe for burger buns. It's just so soft and amazing, and all I did was brush them with butter, and look how these came out. I was really happy with them. I mean, my oven's not the best at even bread baking, but it got the job done. Now, let's move on to the most important part. This is the ground meat. Now, I think what's really important is to take in consideration, I've tasted definitely over like 50 different burger blend mixes working with the WP group in Las Vegas. And I gotta be honest, my favorite is this 80% chuck, okay? And then you're gonna do 15% brisket. And then that last 5% short rib if it's available. If not, don't worry about it. But I also like to put a few slabs of bacon in there. It just brings it to a different dimension. And then here's the pro tip. Some might like this, some might not, but this is a little bit of beef base. Now, I prefer the better bouillon, which is the paste, and it's, it just has a really good flavor, and honestly, it's readily available. But listen, you don't want to put that much. So if you have 1,000 grams of meat, okay, I would suggest somewhere around 10 grams, okay? And trust me, I know it sounds crazy, but it really does season the meat, and it also makes it turn it really helps the caramelization process. Now, for me, I like to weigh out my burger buns and make sure they're nice and even, so that way you just have an even cook. You don't have to do this, but at the same time, I'm also a chef and I need things to be, a little bit precise, right? So as you can see, I'm weighing them out. So six and a half, I think. And then I'm kind of making my take on a smash burger, but the thing is I don't like the little 4-ounce patties. So that's why I'm weighing out a little bit more. And you will see when I go to cook it what exactly I mean. But yeah, so I'm just getting them portioned for the evening. And then boom, we are done. Make sure you clean up your station and sanitize your workboard, okay? This is very important. Don't want to cross-contaminate and get your family sick. So As far as lettuce is concerned, I think my favorite lettuce for a burger, specifically for a burger, is iceberg. I mean, listen to this crunch. I mean, it's just literally crunchy. All iceberg is good for is the texture. Other than that, it's not a good salad lettuce. Well, you know, I don't mind it, but it's not really a good lettuce in general. But I just love this on a burger for the crunch. You don't have to cut it into a circle, but I think it's, you know, I'm just, you know, extra. So I like to cut this out. I have a little piggy that I can give this trimmings to, but, you know, I also eat them in a salad or whatever. Next, we're going to slice the tomatoes. I usually do this right before I'm about to go in the burger, but I wanted to make sure I was organized for later on that night. My family likes to eat fast, and I got to be prepared. So next, the burger buns are cooled down, and let me tell you something. Again, I can't stress enough. Go watch this video. Look at this crumb. It is beautiful. Literally, you want this recipe in your repertoire. Now, for the burger buns, I was kind of against toasting them just because it's a fresh bun, but at the same time, I wanted to get just a little bit of color. So I'm just going to give them a little bit of, you know, kind of char on the outside and call it a day. Also, I'm going to be cooking some bacon for myself, but, you know, it's completely optional. My wife didn't want bacon, so I'm just doing it for myself. But man, there's nothing like bacon in a cast iron. Like, there's nothing beats this flavor. Anyway, moving on. Bam, listen to that sizzle. It's amazing. But listen, I like my burger charred, okay? So some people might not like this, and that's okay. But I like quite a bit of char on my steaks and also on my burgers. And you'll see what I mean when I go to flip it over. So I start with the dry pan, super scorching high heat, and then flip it over ever so gingerly. You notice that's a deep dark color. It's almost borderline burnt, but I'm telling you, the flavor's amazing. And then here's another example. This is my wife's burger, so it's a little bit lighter on the char, and you know, it's equally as good. But you know, for me, on my beef and on my burger meat especially, I love the char, the deep, almost like crispy, not burnt, but pretty dark. And then here we go. This is the build, and I was super excited. Now, this is Japanese mayo. I love this mayo because it has MSG in it, to be honest with you. So, you know, I'm a big fan. We're gonna go down with the Paleo barbecue sauce, which was wonderful. It's great. It's like ketchup, but better. You know, I think it's like, I call it like a hybrid between barbecue and ketchup. But if you want it to be more barbecue, just add brown sugar and molasses and you'll be good. Now, listen, I don't care what anybody says. American cheese is the best cheese for a fast food burger. I don't care what anybody says. Don't give me Gruyere. I don't want to eat cheddar. Blah. None of that. American cheese, the best. And then also, I'm seasoning up my lettuce. If I could go back, I would remove the sea salt. I don't think it was necessary. I'm going with a little cracked black pepper and sea salt on here. And then also, again, I went with some parsley as a garnish, kind of like a fresh kind of. I wanted to see if it would do anything, but honestly, it was just a waste. It did absolutely nothing for the burger. I would leave it off next time. But look how delicious this looks. And you know what? I'm going to take it away from here. Listen, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. All right? Turn on the post notifications and let's make sure we stay connected, because you don't want to miss another video that I post, because I'm going to be spending more time over on YouTube, and I'm going to transition all my socials to over there. Look at this. Dude, look at this burger. It was so easy to make, honestly, and it was so delicious. You want to make this, at least take the recipe down. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm telling you, watch this outro. It's amazing.
Oh! Homie! Oh my lord! When did you try this?
Alright, you want me to stop? I mean, I can watch you eat the whole burger.
This right here? Don't sleep on this right here. Alright. Baby, you want to try it?
Are you ready?
Go ahead. Oh, look at that, juicy. Mm-hmm. That's good, right? Mm-hmm. Like the beef is very flavorful.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
dripping down my mouth.